So let me start with something very simple before we go in depth about this overview of the training. Every parent nowadays, if the parents are currently listening to this overview, every parent nowadays is asking one same question. What is that? My child is studying, but why the result is not matching the efforts that my child is putting, that is not matching with the result that he or she is getting. Now this program is built to fix exactly this gap. Now, not by increasing the study hours. How we are going to work on this gap? We are not going to increase the study hours, but we would be upgrading how the brain actually works while studying. So in this next 1 month, we are not going to teach the child, to study more content, refer more books, but what we are going to do is we are going to train three core systems. Now, what are those? The first one is the child's memory, so that whatever the child is studying actually stays in the mind for a long time. Second, we will be working on the reading speed, so that the children, they don't waste hours on just one chapter or one topic. Third, we'll be working on the concentration part, which is very important, so that 2 hours of study actually means 2 hours of output. See, nowadays what is happening, 2 hours of study may even, give the output of only 5 minutes. We'll be working on these particular segments. Now, before we move ahead, let me just briefly tell you about why this approach actually works. I am Jasmine. For the past 13 plus years, I have been very closely working with the experts or the people who understand how the brain actually performs, the neurosurgeons, the psychologists, and the performance trainers. But what was my real work and my real vision was translating that science can be converted into something a student can actually use in their study duration. So I have worked with a lot of teachers, school students, college students, as you can see on the screen as well, being it professionals of different streams, under 14 cricket team players, and everybody has just one focus: how efficiently the brain processes and recalls the information. Be it any stream, this particular training takes your efforts to 10 times more results. And I think this is what all parents and all kids are expecting, and which is the most significant foundation of this training. Now, there is something uncomfortable that we need to know. Everybody needs to know an uncomfortable truth. What is that? According to ASER, as you can see on your screens, a large percentage of middle school students in our country, particularly, they cannot read fluently at their own grade levels. If they can't read properly, then retention is automatically affected. Now, think it like that: a child moving from grade 5 to grade 6 to grade 7 to grade 8, but their learning ability, that is not improving. This is the greatest challenge nowadays. So, it is not improving at the same speed their grades are improving. It's like upgrading the classes without upgrading the capacity of the brain. That is why it is called the silent crisis, because everything looks fine on the outer surface, but when it comes to performing, when it comes to pressure like situations, there the child is struggling. When it comes to competition, then the children, they are struggling. So whenever such situations come, what happens? The gap, all of a sudden, it becomes visible. So now let's be honest on something again very factful, which is children today are not lazy. See, they are sitting for 2 to 4 hours every day, but what is happening after that is they forget the things, they revise again and again, they still feel unprepared for the exams. So, the major reason behind this is schools, the institutions, they are teaching a child what to study, but nobody is teaching them how to study. That is why there is the real struggle. This is the real issue. No one has trained the kids, how to learn. Imagine, someone is asking you, let's take this example, someone asking you run faster, but never teaching you how to run efficiently, how you can improve your proficiency in running. So that is what happening with most of the students of our country nowadays. Now, here is a reality that most of the students, they don't even realize. Within 24 to 72 hours, the large part of what we have studied, it goes away. Now the question arises, does this relate to the brain of the child or understanding of the child? The answer is no. This is not because the children are weak. This is because the brain is never trained to store the information properly. So what happens when this kind of training is not given? All of a sudden, the children nowadays, they feel, I am restudying again and again. I am devoting so much of the time. I am performing this cyclic process, but my result is not that suitable. I have the capacity to escalate to, 80% or 85% with the proper conceptual clarity, not by cramming, but I'm not able to do that. Why? This is the reason, because the structure is missing. Now, you must have heard one line from your child particularly. I knew the answer, but I could not recall it. The time of exam paper was in front of me, I could not recall the answer. This is the biggest frustrations of the students. Understanding is there, learning process is happening, but retrieval ultimately fails. But in exams, one thing matters the most: what comes out on the paper is going to give you the scores. Now the gap between I know this thing to I am writing it down onto the paper, I'm able to retrieve it properly, this is the gap because of this training problem. Students are not trained, that from I know to I can write. How this transition should be there. The smoother is this transition, the more confidence, the more understanding, and the more adaptability will be seen among the children. Now let's also look at the syllabus part, the curriculum. Board exams are there, competition exams are there, multiple subjects are there. Now it is not like, in the higher grades the kids are appearing for the exams. It starts within, the grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. Information is increasing every year by year it is increasing. But what is happening? The students' system to handle that information, it is not evolving. It has not evolved with time, but what has happened, it has even gone back. Why? Because rote memorization is there, which works only until it collapses under pressure. See, rote memorization can make a child feel, I have learnt it properly. As a parent, when you ask the children the question, they may be able to answer it. But in pressure situations, what happens? The rote learning concept or the rote learning approach, it collapses. Now the problem does not start in class 10 or in the higher age groups or higher grades. It starts much earlier, around the ages 10 to 13 years. Why this thing happens? Because this is the stage when the reading habits, they are slow. Learning is very passive, no structured approach, or you can say no memorization method is taught to the students, no memory techniques are used. So this all is like, building a house on a weak foundation. So what would be the result? The house or the building, it's going to collapse one day. So everything above on an unstable foundation, that is going to be very weak, and it's anyhow going to be collapsing one day. Now let us also understand that what impact it has on the students. More time, less is the output. Confidence, it starts to reduce, confidence starts dropping, and they begin avoiding difficult subjects. You might have seen children in your home or around you, they say, this subject is very difficult, I don't want to study this subject, or in my higher grades I'll just avoid this subject. So this kind of thing happens. All are the consequences of lack of a structured approach towards learning. And it begins with the avoidance, and slowly something very dangerous happens. The students nowadays, they start believing maybe I am not good at studies. So this belief, it develops in their brain continuously year by year, and as a result they are not able to perform the way they should be able to perform. And on the other side, parents, they also get impact of this situation. Constant supervision is there. They are, concerned about the consistent performance. It increases the dependency as well on tuition systems. Also, there is uncertainty about actual learning versus the time spent. But clarity is not occurring in these situations because the most root problem, it is still untouched. No matter as a parent, as a tuition teacher, how much supervision you keep on the child, how many revision cycles you ask the children, to apply onto their studies, how much time they are devoting in their studies, or how many tuitions they are going, but yet the result is not coming to that level as it should come. The reason is that the root problem that is still untouched, it is not being resolved, and over time what happens, it shows up very clearly. And this brings us to the academic consequences. See, this leads to slow syllabus completion. If syllabus completion is consuming a lot of time, then revision cycles, they will also be inefficient. There will be no proper revision. If revision is not there, lower score conversion despite effort. Now see, a child is putting in the effort, trying to perform, trying to cover the syllabus, but the pace is slow. If pace is slow, no time for the revision. So whatever hard work the child is putting in his or her studies, it is not giving that kind of result, it is not giving that kind of output. So therefore there is difficulty handling the multi-subject load. Marks don't reflect the effort. See, nowadays I am not saying emphasize or focus on the score. I am saying that the score is the by default result that you are going to get if you follow a structured approach. What is the structured approach? Whatever I am reading, I must be able to read that quickly. First thing. Second step comes, whatever I have read, I must be able to pick what is important out of that. All the important information should not be written in traditional form of writing, that is lines, paragraphs. No, there is a scientifically backed logic behind the note-taking approach. This also the students would be trained. And lastly comes, when I have read quickly, I have put the things in a proper structure, my 40% of the task is automatically done. And now the remaining 60% that would be accomplished when it comes to memory training. See, today's academic world, that is totally and totally different. You cannot be expecting the child, using age-old approaches, age-old methods, and yet having a very bright career. No, it is not about how much a child studies. This needs to be clarified in the mind of child as well as the parent. This is not about how long you study or simply how much you study. This is about how fast you process the information, how fast you read, how fast you memorize or you retain, and how independently you can learn. See, under supervision, there is always a kind of pressure, or a person is there on the head, that is why the child is studying. But without supervision, how you can study, how you can learn independently? And without these skills, all the students who are watching this, all the parents who are watching this, preparation would be always slow. No matter how many tuitions, how many institutions, or how many classes a child, takes up for the different subjects, but the preparation will always be slow. Competition, it will start seeming tougher every year. And higher level learning, which we call as advanced learning, when it comes to graduation, learning something which is related to career building, this becomes an overwhelming process. And due to all of this, there is the mental stress, cognitive load, lack of confidence, and no career opportunities availed at the right time. The core issue is that education system focuses primarily on what to study, which means the main focus of our education system is on the content. Just cram the content and reproduce it when it comes to the exam-like situation. But this does not provide the learning efficiency, means how to learn in an efficient manner, no memory systems, no reading optimization. As a result, there is a huge gap. Now here the gap is the current approach of learning and the correct approach of learning. This current needs to be converted into correct. Now let's talk about what actually is going to change in this training. First, foremost of all, the reading efficiency. Right now, most of the students, they read word by word. This is the approach. So what happens? More energy consumption is there and process of reading is slower. So we train the students to read faster, which means same chapter, less time. The content length is going to be the same, time is going to be the less, and anyhow understanding is going to be better. So that's the dual advantage of this training. One, it reduces the time. Second, understanding is improved. So as a result, child gets lot of time in doing different activities, maybe physical activities, his or her hobbies, or whatever the child wants to do. Second comes the memory retention, which means remember after one proper read. As simple as that. Instead of storing the information randomly in the brain, we structure the storage of information. So therefore, information is stored in a structured way. Students, they retain what they study beyond the same day. As I told you, within 24 to 72 hours, the things are gone. But how to interfere this depleting curve? This is what the child will be learning, and reduced dependency on multiple revisions. No need to devote 3 to 4 hours, every alternate day for revising the subjects. Nothing like that. That is one proper road, one proper blueprint, one proper guide. This is going to make the information stay in the mind of the child for always, not just for one day, but for lifetime. Third is the recall ability. The third greatest advantage that's going to be after this training, the recall ability, which is going to be answering the questions, or the students, they stop getting blank in the exams, which is very common problem. They can retrieve the answers very faster, as well as they can put in a proper structure, because we'll not only be working on learning or memorizing the answers, but also how to put them in a proper structure, especially the long answers, or let's suppose how to answer in a proper manner, how to make clarity in the approach towards answering. All these things are inclusive of this. Lastly, the most important thing, which is performance under the time constraints. I think this is the greatest concern of all the parents. Better test execution, because ultimately this is not about knowing the things, this is about writing them or producing the knowledge in that 2.5 to 3 hours of duration of the exam. So therefore, they will have the improved speed, accuracy, as well as they will have the ability to complete the papers within the time limit, and yet keeping some of the time for the revision as well. Reduced errors which are caused due to pressure, which is caused due to mental pressure, I would say. So speed plus accuracy under stress, and this is only the thing that gives one child a successful career and the other child a struggling career. That is what study coach training makes the difference, and that's what we train the kids. And now the most important takeaway of today's session, that is, students don't study more. This training is going to be a kind of a happiness for the students, because they will not be asked to study more. They start getting more output from the same study time. The study time that's going to be kept same, no extra pressure on the child, but yet output is going to be more. So they need to get more output from whatever they are studying, and that's the exact shift that you as a parent, you are going to see. So lastly, thank you so much for being a part of this overview session, and I'll see the child inside the training program. And this is where the actual transformation that's going to happen. So take care and see you in the training.